Hey guys, it's Brian the Shaving Geek here with another episode of My Shave of the Day. First of all, yesterday you may have noticed that my video didn't have the opening segment, and you'll see that today's doesn't as well. I've decided to kind of scrap that for a couple of reasons. First of all, it's just a pain in the butt. It's 22 seconds of time that you guys are going to just have to fast forward through. And I know when I go watch my own videos, I fast forward through it. So that's issue number one. Issue number two is I was finding that it was just taking a long time for my videos to upload. I'm not exactly sure why, but using iMovie to upload my videos takes forever and a day, and it seems to slow down my internet connection big time. Where when I use the iOS, I've got an iPhone, when I use the iOS integration to YouTube, it uploads a lot quicker and doesn't seem to have as much impact on my bandwidth. So anyhow, just wanted to, you've probably noticed that, but kind of explain as to why I'm doing it, and that's what you can expect from now on. Just me talking, nothing fancy. I'm sure you don't watch for the intro. So today I had an excellent shave of the day. In fact, it was one of those shaves where I got done and I was like, wow, I don't know how it could get any better than this. Quite frankly, it was an excellent shave. Now, that being said, did I achieve total BBS? No, I didn't. So maybe in that regard, you could argue that, yes, it could get better. But just from an overall enjoyment perspective, today was just one of those shaves. And so excited to tell you about it. I was able to try some new things and have an old friend here. And so let's get right to it. Today for my brush, I use my Plisson Synthetic. You know, I love this brush, soft tips, and just lathers soap so easily, and I really enjoyed using it today. Today for my razor, I pulled out a razor that I don't believe I've used since I've started doing making shave of the day videos. And it's a razor that I don't really particularly enjoy using that much. But today was different. I actually did enjoy it. It's the Valet Autostrop. And it's got I've got a nice example here, a nice case. Still got some new old stock blades, which I don't use. And the only thing that's missing from this is the strop. Which I actually have some strops from other examples, but they're kind of beat up, so I just don't keep one in there. This is a really cool piece of shaving history. This razor, if you flip up on that tab there, this top piece actually goes back and forth. And so the idea was that you would put a strop through here, and then by pulling that strop back and forth, this would actually strop your blade. So it's a kind of a cool concept. I have a whole bunch of these razors. They were made in open comb, which is this style. They were made in closed comb. There were variations of this that were in nickel or a silver material. I'm assuming it was nickel. These that I believe are brass. And several different configurations with regards to the door here that swivels. So the reason why I got this out is because I actually just traded one of these. I had 5 or 6 of them. I don't even know how I got that many. I bought them in. This one this is probably my best example. I bought it at an antique show. It was one of the first vintage razors I actually ever acquired. But anyhow, I traded one of the ones that I have with a clothes bar to Pete, and I don't know if it's Schiavone or I'm going to go Schiavone. A guy that I met actually down in New York at the meetup back in January. I've seen his post on the shave market for a while, and it was great to meet him in person, but he was looking for a single edge razor. I had a gem featherweight that I had offered up, and he wasn't too enamored with the handle, and just asked him if he'd ever considered an Autostrop, and I showed him a couple of examples that I had. And so long story short, he ended up we ended up making a trade, and I'll be sending that to him today. And so I just decided, you know what, it's been a while since I've had this out. I've never really particularly enjoyed using it, but hey, let's give it a go. And so I did, and I really enjoyed it today. Now this uses, or it can use, the feather single edge blades, which is what I have this loaded with. And I don't know if the feather single edge are like the double edge blades in that, you know, they come into their own on their third or fourth shave. That may be the case, and that may be the reason why I never really enjoyed using these, because I always found this to be a little bit of an irritating razor to use. But I also find feather blades to be a bit of an irritating blade for me to use. I don't know if there's any correlation between the two. All I know is that I think I'm on use maybe 3 or 4 with this particular blade, and I really enjoyed it today. I got a nice, comfortable shave, very close shave, and I actually went for a third pass today. I was enjoying my shave so much. So, Valet Autostrop loaded with a feather single edge blade was my razor today. Now, today I had an opportunity to use a new soap. This is a soap that I've smelled before, but I never used it. And that is Mickey Lee Soapworks, the Drunken Goat. Let me tell you something, folks. This is great stuff. Whew! It's got some nice chocolatey notes that I get. I understand that they use Guinness in this soap. And it actually says, yeah, coconut oil, Guinness, goat milk. But anyhow, it's just mellowed to a nice, you got that oaty, I even pick up maybe even notes of almond, chocolatey notes. It's just awesome stuff. The scent on this, woo, that is great stuff. I love it. And the performance, wow, it blows me away. How easily this lathers, how great of a feel it has on the face. And I really enjoyed this. Yesterday I used the Kraken, as you may recall, and I love this. Excellent barbershop scent. Absolutely loved it. And this was just as great today. Really enjoyed this. I highly recommend that you check out Mickey Lee Soapworks if you haven't. I have the Coco Maya that I have in my den, which I absolutely love. It's one of those ones that I want to just attack with a spoon and eat it, but I know better, so I don't. But this is just a great scent as well, and one that someday I would absolutely love to have in my den. The Drunken Goat, Mickey Lee Soapworks, 2 thumbs up. Excellent stuff. For my aftershave today, and this is one of the downsides to using some of these soaps, the Drunken Goats and the Coco Mayas and some of those, at least for me, is I try to figure out, okay, what aftershave is going to pair well with this. I mean, obviously, probably the best aftershave you could use with Guinness is the Drunken Goat is Guinness, right? Although, I don't know if you'd want to go staggering into work with that as your aftershave, but I digress. I always have a hard time trying to come up with, okay, what do I pair this with? And usually I'll end up going with a bay rum or something like that. But today, I just got in CAD. And so I've been wanting to try this. And so I thought, you know what? This has kind of got a heavier scent for a barbershop scent. Whew! And it's definitely, it's based on the old Barbersol scent. Is kind of where he was going with that. And you may recall he called it Barber Soul, and they didn't like that. Then they gave him he went with Barber Pole, and they were like, no, you can't use that. You can't use our thing. So he went with the CAD, Cease and Desist, which I absolutely love that story. And I've been wanting to try this for a while. So I got it in, used this today. I felt like it paired very well with it. It's definitely more along the lines of a Clubman or, the Barber Soul type barbershop scents, not in the vein of the Kraken or London barbershop from Maggard, kind of the more light, powdery, sweet scents. Definitely on the heavier side. What I did not expect, and it does say it contains alum or menthol and alum, but what I did not expect from this was the cooling effect of the menthol. This is fairly heavily mentholated, but in a good way. I loved it. My face kind of warmed and then cooled just as only menthol can do. And but it's left behind that that great scent, that barbershop scent. So I really enjoyed this. I am so glad that I got this. It was actually piffed. I should mention that it was in a group of stuff that Peter Edgemere piffed to me, and was so excited to try it out. Had an opportunity today, and it definitely met my expectations. So excellent shave today. Absolutely loved it from start to finish. The Plisson was excellent. The Autostrop today just performed very well. Really, really enjoyed using that today, which kind of shocked me. I was not at all shocked by the performance of the Drunken Goat. This is just awesome stuff. Mickey Lee Soapworks doing a phenomenal job. And then to finish off with a CAD was just excellent. 3 passes today. Call it DFS plus. This is Brian the Shaving Geek reporting live from my shave den, wishing you a lifetime of happy shaves. Have a great day, everybody.